Hey everyone, welcome to the first part of the Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8, whatever you want to call it, the no damage guide. I will talk about no hit as well, but this guide will be for the no damage on the hardcore difficulty. So this guide will apply for casual and whatever medium is standard. This will not apply for Village of Shadows because this is a different difficulty entirely. It's a different beast. So we'll be talking about hardcore. But anyway, sorry, this is the setup video. I'm going to show you how to set up this right here. This is the SRT, or Speedrun Helper, or Speedrun Trainer, sorry. I highly recommend having this because it not only displays your HP, so you know if you took damage or not, and it also displays your money and the enemy's HP as well, which is extremely important to know during some boss fights like Salvatore Moreau and Lady Dimitrescu. Sorry, Domitresk, I said it wrong. So you will need to have this enabled if you want to make sure that these boss fights are really consistent. But the good thing about this is if you do stream or if you do record, you don't actually need to display this. So as you can see, if I switch to game capture, it's gone. I can see this on my monitor. This is display capture. This is game capture. So you can't actually see it. So it's really good. Now, there are two ways to display this on OBS, but we'll get that later. This is what the SRT looks like. It's this program here, and it's very, very simple. It does everything for you, essentially. So to download this, you want to go to the link in the description. This will link to a forum on speedrun.com. And down here, you want to go to Speedrun Tool Host Plugin Manager Download, and click on it. And then download the latest version down here and put it in its own folder. Put the contents in its own folder. I've already done that. Here it is. Ignore the MM. That's my mod manager. You should have this group here. Actually, you probably won't have these. But what you want is this SRT plugin manager.exe. These files will appear later. So once you've launched it, this will appear. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the SRT host up the top. Scroll all the way down to Resident Evil 8 Village, and you want to download the SRT plugin provider re8.dll, and there'll be an install button here. Again, this will do it all for you. Now you want to go to extensions, and you want to install the UI JSON here. So click install, and you also want to install the UI WebSocket as well down here. Install that too. Now, if you want to display it over your game like I do, like this, then you will need to go down to user interfaces, go down to Resident Evil Village, and click install here. Once you've installed all three or four of those, this is optional, but I would highly recommend this. Once you've done all that, go to SRT host, scroll down to your game, and then click start SRT. Make sure your game is open and click start SRT, and it will work. Make sure to keep checking for updates as well. This is updated quite often, so do make sure that you check for updates every time you launch it. Now, if you want to display this on OBS, or you want to cut out some of the unnecessary information like the DA score, etc., then what you want to do is you want to go onto your OBS. You want to go, I've already got it added here, but I will delete this for the sake of the tutorial. So go to add, browser, call it SRT or whatever you want. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I use 3 different instances of this. This is not necessary at all, but just in case you want to set it up how I do, then do this. Again, this link will be in the description as well. Go check that out. So as you can see in the top left here, you've got DA rank 4, DA score 4200, lay, etc. So that's step 1. So now what we're going to do is, if I boot into the game at any point here. Sorry, let me go back onto game capture so you don't see the duplicate. As you can see, Ethan's health bar will pop up. And if I head down into the boss fight, and I deal a little bit of damage to the boss, his health bar pops up as well. And the more enemies that you aggro, the more health bars that will appear up here, so you'll get all of them there. So if you want to, that's it. You're done. You're done with the setup now. If you have this all set up the way I do. If you want to make the bars a little bit smaller, what you can do is go to the properties and change the width. I think mine is set to 350 on my stream. So as you can see, the bars are really small now, so they don't clutter the screen. Again, let me take it off display capture for one moment. That's what it looks like. Now, the way I have this set up specifically is I crop out the enemy's health. And then what I will do is I will basically duplicate paste reference of SRT. And then I will go all the way down to the bottom here and crop out Ethan's health. And then move that up. And basically what that will do is it will cut out the unnecessary information about the difficulty adjustment, as you can see here. So there you go. That's the setup. There's one thing that I will also tell you how to set up here, which is the no intro. So the way that we do the no intro, it's very, very simple. So the reason why we do no intro is because obviously the start of the game is walking through snow for 4 minutes and it's impossible to get hit. You can run the intro if you want. That's fine. But when you reset a lot, which you almost undoubtedly will with this, you don't want to be walking through snow for 4 minutes every run. So what you want to do is you want to go to your Steam, your local Steam. So program files 86 Steam, go to user data, whatever your Steam ID is, and then you want to go to a folder called 1196590. And then inside the remote folder here, and inside Win64 save, these are all your saves. Now data00.bin and data00-1.bin, those are your auto saves. Now what you want to do is you want to reach this point in the game. So I'm going to load my autosave for the no intro that I have here. And then press continue. So here we go. This is the proper autosave. Sorry about that. This will be the start of the run right here. When you reach this enemy before the bolt cutters, this is the first possible place in the game where you can get hit. So once you reach this part, just quit the game. Navigate to that folder that I mentioned, Win64-save. Copy these two files, data000 and data00-1.bin. I have a folder in here in remote for no intro. Put them in there, or even right here if you want, and just put them in this folder every time you want to start from that part of the run. Obviously you can just go new game, whatever. Anyway, sorry, this video has been long enough. That's how you set up the SRT and everything. If you have any questions, DM me on Discord or whatever. I'll have my details in the description. Feel free to ask me and I'll help you out. See you in part 1.